Time, you will be amazed. Prime time interview with Derrick Hayes. Prime time, biggest names in the game. Prime time. Yes, y'all. Special edition of Prime Time. You see, the M is silent and the M is small because in life, sometimes the smaller things will quietly lead you to the bigger opportunities. I go by the name of Derrick Hayes, the Entertainer. Follow me on all social media platforms at Entertainer and even on Cash App. Today, we have a special guest. She goes by the name of Stefanie Batiste. Ladies and gentlemen, she's a Jill of all trades and master of all of them. One thing she's an executive producer. She is a travel agent. She's a host, an actress. Ladies and gentlemen, Stefanie Batiste. How you doing tonight?
Hey, hi, everybody. How you doing?
Oh, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. And I know you love to travel, so today that's why I'm using your key word of travel.
Yes.
You know? And we're gonna get into that. Anything special going on in your life that you like to mention before we get into the interview?
Right now, I'm just in Hawaii enjoying my daughter and my grandchildren, and the weather is beautiful. It's like 74 degrees with a beautiful breeze, and the beaches are off the chain. I mean, it's beautiful. You have to visit Hawaii. So right now, that's what's happening exciting in my life right now.
Okay, that's a blessing because you know we both are connected to Ice Buck, to Steve Powell.
So, yeah.
So when he called me, he said, "Hey man, I need you to interview." He put your name in my ear, and I was like, "Hey, no doubt, man," because it's all about relationships. A lot of people think, they see things happen, but they don't understand that no matter how good you are, it's still somebody there to open the door for you.
That's right. That's right.
So we're gonna get into this. The T in the word travels for TMZ. A lot of times people, they see TMZ on television and they get caught up in the gossip and different things going on. But I know that you connected to TMZ. A lot of people don't know who's who, and so tell us about your experience of working with TMZ and how that came about.
Man, that was amazing. It's an amazing experience. I went to LA last year in August of 2019, and I did the TMZ tour. I've always been a fan. I mean, I love TMZ because if you want the real news, of course you watch TMZ because it's real. Yeah. So I went on the TMZ tour, and Vinny was the director, and he and I just clicked. Everybody was so quiet on the bus, and and I'm like, oh, I can't have a good time, have fun. So I kept speaking out, running my mouth, talking about Harvey, because, Harvey comes back from People's Court back in the day. And that was one of my favorite shows because at the end, everybody loved the part that said, I'm a lawyer. So that was my favorite part. So I laughed and I joked. And at the end, he said, do you want to come on TMZ? You need to be on TMZ. I love your energy and this and that. And I was like, sure. So I gave them my information, and I didn't expect to hear from them. But like a week later, they hit me up and asked me to be on the show, to give my opinion and everything. So I did it. And it was an awesome experience. And like maybe 3 weeks later, they hit me back up again. And they said, would you like to be on it again? So I've been on it like 6 times. And it's just been an amazing experience. And I mean, what can I say?
No, that's a blessing to share that because you gave us the number 6, and 6 has a rhythm to it, like for success,
All right. So I claim that. I received that.
Hey, hey, it's a blessing, and you even mentioned you're in Hawaii, right? And in the first letter in Hawaii is H, right?
Oh, that's right.
And the last letter is I, right?
Right.
Sometimes you got to say hi to that vision, to that dream, and things are happening for you.
Oh yeah, I like that. Like I said, I received that.
The
I
R's
received
for
it.
retirement. You know,
Mm.
you mentioned you were able to retire at least once. What kind of work did you do, and how does it feel to at least accomplish a goal?
I actually retired from the federal government, from the VA. I started out with Department of Defense, and then I transferred to Atlanta to the VA. I was working in the pharmacy. It has been amazing. Being retired at such an early age, I was able to travel with my children, be involved in all their activities, and I mean, I traveled. That's how I got into the traveling because I had so much time on my hands. And in the midst of that, it made me start different businesses. You know, all that, idle time is not good all the time, So I started, doing different things, traveling, starting businesses, and different things like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. You just inspired me with the word, because everybody's different. Trust me, everybody's different, but the universe speaks to me through people and words. And you
Oh,
and you gave me the word idol. So
mm,
now I look at the word idol differently because you spoke that word. And the idol now means ignite dreams to live extraordinary. Ignite dreams to live extraordinary. Extraordinary. I'm sorry, that's idol. So that's a blessing. So like I said, I listen. So that word is powerful. Now that the A in the word travel is for agent. Now you mentioned about your traveling business. How'd you get started, or what made you not just think about it but do it? A lot of times, people will get an idea, but they don't, put it into action. So what made you actually go ahead and go all the way with it?
well, actually, I became a travel agent because, like I said, I traveled so much. And being that I did all that traveling, and I would do like group trips with all my friends and everything. And I was like, there has to be a way that I can make some money off of this, also putting all these trips and everything together. So one of my girlfriends, Miriam, she was a travel agent. She stayed on me. She was like, Stephanie, you need to be a travel agent. You can, do your own trips and you can make your own money and, different things like that. So I was like, eventually, I was like, okay. And so once I joined, a group called Gateway Travel, and it was like a family bond because every year we as agents, we take trips together. We do group trips. I've done some events at my home in Atlanta, and people came from all over the country as far as Vegas, Chicago, Jacksonville, everywhere. And we fellowship and we learned different things and talked about different things and put different trips together. And I also do like my birthday cruise. I do a birthday cruise every year. And this year I had like 60 something people. And it was awesome because we did an all white party. We did a 70s party. Of course, they already do a formal party. And we took over the ship. I mean,
Okay.
it was an amazing birthday. So I did one last year also. So in February, it was supposed to be my third annual, but because of the COVID, I canceled it. But I mean, it's amazing being a travel agent and being able to help other people put their dream trips together. It's just an awesome feeling knowing that, oh wow, you're a part of that. You cause them to have a good time. You're showing them the world. So
Where's
when it
where's
comes to traveling and being an agent, it's
where's some
amazing. I love it.
where's some of the different places you've been able to travel to?
I mean, I've been to I love the Caribbean. I love the Caribbean. I have a cousin living in Australia. That's where I really want to go. I really want to go to Australia. That's one of my biggest places. I want to go to Paris because I'm really into fashion, and I just feel like Paris will never be the same once I leave. So I really want to go to Paris.
You trying to
That's
get
one of my
down,
biggest.
you trying to get down under with the koala bears and the kangaroos, huh?
Yeah, hey, it's funny because I met some guys on a cruise and they were from Australia. And so I was telling them, I want to go to Australia so bad. They're like, no, you're too girly. We have spiders and reptiles. And I'm like, hey, I grew up in Savannah, Georgia. Spiders, reptiles, alligators, snakes. Those are my buddies. So I love things like that. I'm an outdoor person. Since I've been here in Hawaii, they have these little, I guess they're Geico lizards.
Right.
So while I was on quarantine, I couldn't do nothing but sit on the porch. And I have no friends. So they became my little friends. I would catch them and pick them up and everything. And my daughter would be like, Mama, you're a lady. You're not supposed to pick up lizards and all. I'm like, well, they're my friends right now. So I like things like that. I'm a girly boy, or whatever you want to call it,
Hey, that might be a story right there, getting by with Geico. You never know. The V is for victory. Since you keep winning, what can you tell other people? What can you tell them about a formula that they can use for success? Because people need nuggets. Our job sometimes is to give a nugget, but their job is to see that nugget and hug it. They got to give it love. But what can you give to somebody right now that needs to hear something about winning?
When it comes, like you said, when it comes to victory is never giving up. Victory in itself is never giving up, because I'm a firm believer, after the storm comes victory, but before victory comes the storm, and only the strong survive and the weak perish. So I've always held on to that. So no matter what I've gone through, no matter the dark times, the down times, I actually repeat that to myself over and over. And I keep up. I'm a firm believer also, what you put into the universe is what you receive in return. So I stay positive no matter what. And I've fallen a lot, but I've always gotten back up. I grew up with a strong mother. My father died when I was 11, and my mom, she was a nurse, so she worked at night, and I was the only girl, and I was the oldest. So, I had to look out for my two brothers and run the house when my mom was gone. So, she always raised us to be so independent, and watching her made us independent. She didn't rely, even after my father passed, she didn't rely on other family members or nothing like that. She did what she had to do to make our life great. So she always told us, never give up, no matter what. And like I say, I've hit rock bottom, but for me, it's always been either I'll be at the bottom or at the top. I like it at the top better. So yeah. I never gave up, no matter what.
I like that, because I was sharing something with someone today, and I said at different points in our lives, none of us are subject to succeed all of the time. And at any point in our life, it could be because we make the wrong move or because we don't have the right information. But at some point in our life, we fall for anything. But the key is we could get up from everything.
That's right.
No matter how far you fall down, no matter what knocks you down, you have to get up.
That's right.
From everything. So that's the blessing. Sometimes in life, we just choose not to get up. We just choose not to try. Right. I was thinking about a mover and shaker earlier, right? And some people have breakthroughs, but there's some people that have shake throughs, meaning, they scared just like everybody else, but they keep moving and shaking. And even if they're moving, they shaking because they scared. But the fact is that they keep going. They might not have a breakthrough, but they have a shake through. They keep shaking, they keep moving.
That's right. That's right.
And and then they get to the other side, they realize, man, I just got to keep shaking, So, hey, we have a little moment in here. We encouraging each other here. You might not know it, but it's a blessing. The E is for entertainment. I know some of the things you've done, but speak to the people. Let them know some of the things you've done in entertainment and some of the things you're gonna be doing in the future. Because your mailbox scene, you stole the scene in the back that thing up video. So,
well, I'm enjoying the entertainment business. I mean, I've always wanted to be a model. I've always been an aspiring actress, but you know, sometimes you get sidetracked and you lose focus, but you never give up. You
No.
never give up, because even at my age now, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I did some independent films back in '96 with Atlanta Black media back then, and now I'm starting to do a couple. I've done a couple of videos, and Icebuck definitely hooked me up with back that on me. That was an awesome experience. I mean, it was fun. I mean, I would never imagine doing videos at this age to be so fun and fulfilling. Fulfilling in that it doesn't matter. It shows you, it don't matter how old you are. You know, as long as you're confident and you love yourself, you got it. And you can't depend. And one thing I've learned in my older age, you can't wait on other people's approval and feel like you can't make it without other people liking you. I've learned you just do your thing, and that silence is power. And to make your moves in silence, that's a big word, silence. You know, when you do that, everything falls into place. But I've also I've been doing videos. I that I was married. I worked with J Red. He gave me my first opportunity, which I'm humbly appreciative for that. I worked with Nigel Perkins, the Kirby birthday video also. But I also, when I was here in Hawaii in 2018, I got a part on the Godzilla movie. Well, I was an extra. And that was an amazing experience to work on such a huge production. It hasn't come out yet. It was actually supposed to come out in May, but because of the pandemic, they put it off. So I'm dying to see, okay, did they catch me running? Did I get stepped on? Did Godzilla kill me? Yeah. You know, what's the deal? But doing that, and I also want to produce shows. I also would like to, you know, do some shows also. So, you know, I want to act, I want to model, I want to do it all. And I'm also an athlete. I play kickball, and I also play basketball. And I'm supposed to be playing in the Senior Olympics in July of 2021. So I play basketball, 50 and over, and I got some rules now.
You don't have to tell me your age now. You have to break it down, Tom. Don't break no hearts out here now. But no, like you said, it's never too late. Never give up. It's not the age of your skin on the outside. It's the will of the wisdom that you have on the inside, because that's what's gonna shine through. Because I told my friend at work, I said, I'm just in your shadow, trying to learn from the light that you share with others. So you know, everybody has something to offer. You know what I mean? So.
Right.
The elders for Lee, before we get out of here, what words of encouragement can you give for people that are stuck in their career, that can't get it out of their own way? Speak to those people right now. You know, they use COVID as an excuse. They use every time something happens, they use it as an excuse. You know, they stuck in like yesterday, I spoke on a word, resume and resume is the same word, same spelling. It's just, are you putting a resume together, or are you trying to resume what God already gave you? Speak to those people right now. They need to hear from you.
Oh, yes, definitely. Once again, never give up. It's never too late, because your dream is your dream. And it doesn't matter what nobody else think or what nobody else say. If you believe in yourself and you put it in your mind that this is what I'm going to do, and tune everything and everybody else out and do the right thing. As long as you do right by other people, good is going to come to you.
I love that word mind, because see, in the word mind is the word in. And when you pull the word in out, it leaves you with MD, because in your mind is the right medicine. If you believe, that's going to give you the prescription, you know, and it's just a blessing. You know what I mean? So you gotta believe it to achieve it. You know, it's just a way of life. You know, when you ain't got nothing, I look at words. When I ain't have nothing, I just look at the word nothing. I just moved the no to the left and thing to the right. And I just said, no thing gonna stop me from getting to everything. So, you know, words and putting words into action, it means a lot, because it'll take you from from nowhere to everywhere. You know, so
Yes.
it's a blessing. Before we get out of here, is there anything you'd like to leave us with? Any travel specials you got going on? Any special events that you like to mention? Any shout outs? Anybody out there you want to shout out?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, straight from Hawaii, Stefanie Batiste. She's an executive producer. She's a travel agent. She's a host. She's an actress. You can see her on my friend's video. Back it up on me. And it's not the blues. They're not doing folk music. They do what they call Southern Soul. Southern Soul is a movement, y'all. Y'all better get with it. And today she talked to us about her experiences with TMZ, what it's like to retire early, how she became a travel agent, never giving up because you can have the victory. She talked about entertainment, you know, being in videos, the movie Godzilla, and she left a word for him, you know, just keep going, never stop. It's always a blessing, you know, to interview different people because, you know, I never thought I'd be doing this, but my spirit just said, hey, do it. So I wrote the word prime. I'm telling you this, and not just you, but people listening, because sometimes people don't even try, you know, and I just wrote down the word prime time. And then my brand is the tie. So I saw the word tie and the word time. So I just made the M silent, just like that. And then I went, found me a couple of graphics. I made me a logo.
Yes.
I wrote a short press release. I sent it out to people that I had relationships with. And they said, hey, and some people had rosters. I mean, of people that they represent. And they were like, who do you want to interview? Here's who I represent. And I'm just sharing this with you because that's how it came together. Because, you know, sometimes you can say, I'm going to interview Monday through Friday, but you may not have anybody to interview. But then when the people respond, it makes everything come to light. So I just want to say thank you for being a part of my journey.
Thank
Ladies
you.
and gentlemen, follow me on all social media platforms at Entertainer and even on Cash App. And while you're at home or when you're at work on your skills, work on your talent, develop who you are, and create that into who you're supposed to be. Because the things you say and the things you do may be the only school that someone out there listening and seeing you may ever see. So until next time, I thank you for your time. And we came in with Zay Sanford Music. And Zay Sanford Music is going to take us out. Time, interview Derrick Hayes. Time, think you stay through the game.